Emily grew up in a world where her path was already paved for her, a path she didn't choose. From the moment she could understand, she knew her future was tied to a man she had never met. A man of power and influence, handpicked by her family. This was her duty, her destiny, marriage arranged not for love, but for alliance. The weight of tradition pressed down on her, a silent promise she was expected to keep. She accepted it, or so she thought, believing that was all life had in store for her. She lived within the pages of a story written by someone else, a story where her own voice was just a whisper. Then, Logan appeared. He was like a sudden burst of sunlight on a gray, overcast day. He wasn't from her world of grand halls and whispered negotiations. He was a simple man with calloused hands and a smile that reached his eyes. He worked at the local market, his laughter echoing through the stalls, a sound that felt more genuine than anything Emily had ever known. He was kind, treating everyone with a respect that didn't depend on their status. He was poor in wealth but rich in spirit. Most of all, he was honest, his words as clear and true as a mountain spring. Their first meeting was an accident, a dropped basket of apples that rolled to his feet. He helped her pick them up, and in that brief moment, their hands brushed. A spark, unexpected and undeniable, passed between them. It was a connection that defied logic, that ignored the carefully constructed walls around Emily's life. She found herself drawn back to the market, making excuses to see him, to hear his voice, to bask in the warmth of his presence. They began to meet in secret. Their world became the hidden corners of the town, the quiet moments stolen away from prying eyes. They would walk by the river as twilight painted the sky in shades of purple and gold, sharing dreams and secrets that they couldn't speak of in the daylight. Under the sprawling branches of an old mango tree, a silent witness to their burgeoning love, they found their sanctuary. In Logan's arms, Emily wasn't a pawn in a game of power. She was just Emily, a woman in love. Every whispered word, every stolen glance, was a rebellion against the future that had been forced upon her. They loved in silence, a beautiful, fragile secret they guarded with all their hearts. But secrets, especially those of the heart, have a way of becoming too loud to ignore. The love that grew between them was real, vibrant, and alive, a stark contrast to the cold, transactional nature of her arranged betrothal. As the wedding day loomed closer, the pressure became unbearable. The elaborate preparations, the fitting for a dress that felt like a costume, the polite congratulations from people who saw her as a bridge between two powerful families, it all felt like a slow suffocation. Her fiancé, the powerful man she was promised to, was polite but distant. He saw her as an acquisition, a beautiful addition to his life, but he never truly saw her. He never saw the fire in her eyes or the dreams in her heart. He didn't know the girl who laughed freely by the river or the woman who had given her heart to a simple market worker. The night before the wedding, Emily met Logan one last time under their mango tree. The air was thick with unspoken words and the painful reality of their situation. Tears streamed down her face as she looked at him, the man she truly loved. How could she marry another? How could she condemn herself to a life of quiet desperation? A life without the one person who made her feel alive? Logan didn't ask her to run away, simply held her, telling her that whatever she chose, he would understand. He just wanted her to be happy. His selflessness broke her heart and fortified her resolve in the same breath. The wedding day arrived, a spectacle of grandeur and tradition. The hall was filled with the most influential people, all there to witness the union of two great families. As Emily walked down the aisle, her heart hammered against her ribs, a drumbeat of rebellion. Every step was a torment. She saw her family's proud faces, her fiancé waiting at the altar with a proprietary smile. But all she could see in her mind was Logan's kind face, his honest eyes. She reached the altar, the officiant began to speak, and the world seemed to fade into a dull hum. This was the moment. It's the final step onto a path of no return. She looked out at the sea of faces, and then she looked inward at the truth she had been trying to suppress. She couldn't do it. She couldn't sacrifice her own happiness, her own soul for tradition. In a move that sent gasps rippling through the crowd, Emily turned. She dropped her bouquet, the pristine white flowers scattering on the cold floor, and then she ran. She ran out of the hall, leaving behind the shock, the anger, and the life that was never meant for her. She ran through the streets, her heavy wedding dress becoming a symbol of the burdens she was shedding. She didn't stop until she reached the old mango tree, her lungs burning, her heart soaring, and there he was. Logan was waiting for her, just as she knew he would be. He hadn't been sure she would come, but he had hoped. When he saw her, his face broke into a smile that outshone the sun. He ran to her, and she fell into his arms. In that embrace, under the branches of their tree, she knew she was home. That day, Emily lost her family's blessing, their wealth, and the future they had planned for her. She was disowned, an outcast. But what she gained was infinitely more valuable. She gained her freedom. She gained the right to choose her own path, to write her own story. She gained a life with the man she loved, a life that would be filled not with riches, but with laughter, honesty, and a love that was real and true. They started a new life together, simple and sometimes difficult, but it was theirs, and it was beautiful. So let me ask you this. If you were standing at that crossroads with tradition on one side and your heart on the other, which path would you choose? Would you obey tradition or your heart? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.